Hello everyone, I am Karthik AV, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering from AJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So last two class we discussed about the energy, the different types of energy, conventional energy, non-conventional energy, and renewable energy, non-renewable energy, and the different types of fuels, solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gaseous fuels. And in that, what are the different solid fuels, coke, coal, and wood, everything we studied, and petroleum product, gasoline, diesel, everything we studied in the last classes. Along with that, global warming, ozone depletion, and biofuel, everything we studied. So today's class will discuss about the solar radiation. So what is that solar radiations? So how it will be forms, like that we'll studies in the today's class. Okay, before that, what is that solar power? So solar power is nothing but the solar radiation is the energy radiated or emitted by the sun. So because of that, we are extracting the solar radiation and converting with the help of several equipment, solar panel, and some more equipment is there. So with the help of that, we are extracting that solar radiation and converting into the required application. Okay, that is nothing but solar power. So solar radiation is nothing but energy emitted by sun. Okay, so energy emitted by sun, that is nothing but solar radiation. So in the definition you are explaining like this: the solar radiation is the energy radiated or emitted by the sun, the power or electricity produced by utilizing the solar radiation is called as solar power. So the power produced by utilizing the solar radiation, is called as solar power. Okay, so the energy from the sun's radiation is converted into electricity either directly using photovoltaic. So photovoltaic, one of the equipment, from that equipment you can directly convert the solar radiation into electrical energy, or else indirectly using concentrating solar power system. So indirectly is nothing but the collecting the solar energy from the panel, then converting into the different application. So like nothing but producing heat energy. That heat energy is utilized to run the turbine. Before Because of that we can produce the electrical energy. That may also possible. Okay. Next, solar power, the power produced by utilizing the solar energy. So solar radiation is nothing but energy emitted by sun. Okay, energy emitted by sun, that is called as solar radiation. Next, solar power is nothing but the power produced by utilizing the solar radiation. Then solar constant is nothing but what? Solar constant is the amount of solar radiation is received in unit time. So that is nothing but solar constant, the rate at which the solar energy is received in unit time on a unit area at the top level of the earth atmosphere, that is called as solar constant. So solar constant is nothing but the average solar radiation obtained, the rate at which the solar energy is received in unit time. Okay, for a particular time how much amount of solar radiation is received, so that we have to calculate to generate the electricity or some other application. So that calculation is very important to know the how much amount of radiation is coming in a particular time or particular day, like that. In unit area, some place having more, so getting more solar radiation, some place little bit less. So that study we are going to do with the several equipment. Several equipment is there to measure the solar radiation. That method is called as solar constant. Okay, that method is called as solar constant. So in the exam they will directly ask, so what is that solar constant or defined solar constant? In that case you should explain like this: the rate at which solar energy is received, rate at which the solar energy is received in unit time on a unit area at the top level of the earth atmosphere, top level of the earth atmosphere. That is nothing but solar constant. Okay. Next, solar thermal energy harvesting. So what is that solar thermal energy harvesting? It refers to the process by which the heat energy radiated from the sun is captured, okay, stored and utilizing for various applications. So that heat energy, so solar radiation is nothing but it is one of the heat energy. That heat energy will be radiation extracting with the help of some of the equipment, that then it is stored or it directly we can use for the several application like heating of water. Okay, so heat is transferring to the water and heating of the water and producing electricity, so that type of energy. Okay, so that is nothing but the harvesting. So liquid flat plate collector, so the first one is liquid flat plate collector. So what is that? With the help of liquid flat plate collector, so liquid, they mentioned liquid, so that solar radiation is utilized to heat the liquid. Okay, so heat the liquid. While heating the liquid, what happens? It is converting from liquid phase to vapor phase. So while heating the liquid, it is converting from liquid phase to vapor phase, so heat energy increases. So in this case, liquid flat plate collector, the solar radiation is absorbed to increase the heat of the liquid, increase the heat of the liquid. So it is name given as liquid flat plate collector. So flat, it is in the shape of flat, so it is name given as flat plate collector. Okay. Second one is solar pond. So solar pond, in this application, that heat energy is stored. Okay, so heat energy is stored with the help of salt water, with the help of salt water. Then same energy is utilizing to produce the electrical energy. So same energy is utilized to produce electrical energy, so that is nothing but solar pond. Okay, so first storing the energy. Okay, first store the energy, then that stored energy is utilized for further application. Okay, so this method is usually used in for building of built a big tank and stored some amount of water. Along with that, that stored water mixed with the salt, then so that the it will be the hot water will be collected at the bottom, then that hot water is utilizing for the application for production of electricity or another application. Okay, so this is nothing but solar pond. I will explain in detail while discussing that topic. Next, third one is solar photovoltaic cell. So this device, in this device we have PN junction diode. We already I think we already discussed in chemistry. So photovoltaic cell, here PN junction diode, P type semiconductor as well as N type of semiconductor. So that two are collide with, are transferring the electrons from N to P. So at that time the electricity will be generated with the help of circuit board. So solar radiation is directly utilizing to produce electricity with the help of solar photovoltaic cell. So this is the third type. Okay, so these are the main three main categories. So first one is liquid flat plate collector. So with the help of this liquid flat plate collector, we are converting that energy, solar radiation, into heating of water. Second one is solar pond. So absorbing energy is utilizing for that heating of water, then heated water is utilized to produce electricity. And third one is solar photovoltaic cell. So absorbing radiation is directly converted into electricity, that is nothing but solar photovoltaic cell. We'll discuss one by one topic. Okay, so first one is flat plate collector. So what is that flat plate collector? We'll see first. Then after discussing this flat plate collector, we'll discuss about liquid flat plate collector. Okay. So what is that flat plate collector? So you just see the parts of flat plate collector. So first one is, this is tube. Okay, this is tube, water tube, this is water tube, and this is absorber plate. So absorber plate, it is in black color and having around 4 mm thickness, 4 mm thickness, and the top level one more glass plate, transparent glass plate you can observe here, transparent glass plate. So this function is to, so it is allow the sun radiation falls inside and not allowed to flow outside. So helps to increasing the heat inside the chamber, helps to increasing the heat inside the chamber. So transparent glass not allow the sun radiation go outside from this glass. So thickness of this glass is also very high, okay, around 10 mm thickness. Okay, so next, insulation. Here you can see the insulation. So insulation is a one of the devices that protect whole system, protect a whole system from the atmospheric temperature. So with the help of insulation, it not allows to leak the heat. Once the heat will be flows inside to the system, it will not allow the heat escape from the system. So that is a function of insulation. Okay, insulation system. So first one is absorber plate. So this is absorber plate. It is usually made up of copper. Okay. So and it is coated with the black color. It is coated with the black color, black in color. Okay. So next, water tubes. That water tubes is placed below the absorber plate. The water tubes is throughout the absorber plate. It is placed below the absorber plate. These are metallic tube through which water circulates. So water circulates in the tubes. It is made up of metallic. The tubes are attached to the absorber plate. The tubes are attached to the absorber plate. Next one is transparent cover. This is the transparent cover. It is made up of toughened glass, usually 4 mm thickness. Okay, 4 mm thickness, which helps in reflecting the incident solar radiation back to the absorber plate. So it will reflect the radiation inside the, then not allow us allowed to go outside. That radiation will not go outside once it is falls inside. So it is a very tough glass and 4 mm thickness. The glass cover permits the entry of solar radiation as it is transparent for incoming short wavelengths. So it is transparent type of glass. Okay, so but is largely oblique and a long infrared radiation reflected from the absorber. It is long infrared radiation reflected. Okay, next, insulation. So last one is insulation. The thermal insulation by means of resin bonded rock wool is provided below the absorber plate. So it is provided below the absorber plate so as to prevent heat losses by conduction. So prevent heat losses by conduction. So here what is the meaning of conduction? Conduction is one of the mode of heat transfer. Heat transfers take place between two solid surface. Okay, heat transfers take place between two solid surface when they are contact with each other. That is nothing but conduction. So insulation is one of the device which prevent heat losses by conduction, which prevent heat losses by conduction. That here the conduction, here the insulation is there. So it prevent heat losses by the conduction. Conduction is nothing but heat transfers take place between two solid surface. Okay, solid surface is nothing but by the outer glass, outer part as well as the pipe surface. Okay, so this is the flat plate collector. So how it works? Okay, how it works? So the solar radiation is directly falls on the absorber plate through this transparent glass cover. Through this transparent glass cover, that solar radiation is directly falls on the absorber plate. The absorber plate is in black color. So what is the function of black color? It absorb more amount of solar radiation. The black color, the function is to absorb more amount of solar radiation, and this transparent glass cover is not allow the radiation go outside once it is falls inside to the device. Okay, once it is falls inside the device, it will not go outside. Okay, next, that transparent glass cover, it is in black color, so absorb more amount of solar radiation. Then that heat is transferring to the tubes. The tube is having the liquid is nothing but water. Okay, the liquid is nothing but water is flowing inside the tube. So because of that solar radiation, the solar radiation absorbed by the absorber plate, then it will be transferring to the waters. Because of that absorber heat, that water gets into heated, then while heating the water, it loses its density. What is the meaning of density? Density is equal to mass by volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is decreases while heating the water, mass is decreases, volume is increases. Okay, density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is decreases, volume is increases. So the increased volume, decreased mass is moving from lower level to higher level. So I already discussed while discussing the boiler parts. So what is that? While heating the water, so it loses its weight, so that it is lifting from lower level to higher level. Same principle is using here. So heat is transferring to the water, so it is loses its weight. Because of that, water is moving from lower level to higher level. Okay, so then what happens? After that, what happens? So that heated water will be collected at the top. Heated water will be collected at the top. Like this way, that flat plate collector will works. I already explained. So what is that? Briefly I will explain once again. So just listen. So this is transparent glass. So the what is the function of transparent glass? So it is made up of toughened glass, and usually made up of a toughened glass and 4 mm thickness, which helps in reflecting the incident solar radiation, So the glass cover permits the energy to solar radiation, as it is transparent for incoming short wavelengths. Okay, so it is a transparent glass. Okay, transparent glass. And absorber plate is made up of copper, and it is in black in color. So below the absorber plate, water tube is there. Water is flowing inside the tube. Then once the solar radiation here solar radiation is directly falls on the absorber plate, then absorber plate is in black color, so that it will absorb more amount of solar radiation. That heat will be transferring to the tube. So water gets into heated, then it loses its weight. Why is nothing but loses its density. Density is equal to mass by volume. Mass is decreases, volume is increases, so that it will be heated. The heated water is automatically moving from lower level to higher level and collected at the top. Okay, next, insulation function is to what? Insulation prevent the heat losses by conduction. So conduction is nothing but heat transfer take place between two solid surface when they are contact with each other. I hope all of you understood what is that flat plate collector. Okay, next we'll see the how liquid flat plate collector will solar flat plate collector will works. The solar water heater system. I think all of you seen this system in your household. So most of the case in houses, this system is using for heating of water. Okay, so I will explain so how it works. So initially the water is stored in a overhead tank. Water is stored in a overhead tank, that is nothing but cold water. Okay, so cold water is connected to the bottom of the solar tank. So this is nothing but solar tank. And this is nothing but flat plate collector. This flat plate collector I already explained in the previous slide. So what is that flat plate collector and how it works? Okay, so next, transparent glass. So transparent glass is 4 mm thickness, and water tubes. These are the water tubes, and 3 tubes are reserved for the hot water, and 1 tube is reserved for the cold water. Okay, next, here air vent is provided. If the level of water is increases or sometime overheated time, then at that time the extra level of water will be flows outside, or else sometime airtight because of the air vent. Because of the airtight, some water is not flowing in a pipe. In that case, extra level of water will be escape from the air vent. Okay, escape from the air vent. Okay, next, uh, so here the absorber plate, it is made up of black in color, and below that absorber plate the water tube is there. It is made up of metallic pipe. Okay, it is made up of metallic pipe. So the working principle of this flat plate collector I already explained in the previous slide. Okay, just to go through it. Okay, next, the overhead tank. So this solar tank should be placed below the overhead tank. Okay, solar tank should be placed below the overhead tank. Then water will be flowing from the overhead tank to the solar tank. From the bottom of the solar tank, from the bottom of the solar tank, it is flowing from the overhead tank. So and some wall also wall is there to control the flow of water to the solar tank from the overhead tank. So this is a wall. So from this wall you can adjust the flow of water from overhead tank to solar tank. So next, here in a solar tank, so the cold water will be collected at the bottom level and hot water will be collected at the top level because of that density difference. Because of that density difference is nothing but the hot water having lower density compared to cold water. And here in middle portion, it is a mixture of cold water as well as hot water chamber. Okay, so here three chamber is there. Chamber is nothing but there is no partition, but chamber. So lower level is nothing but liquid cold water. Here in between is nothing but the mixture of cold water and hot water, and top level is nothing but hot water. Okay, so because of the density difference, water will be separated in the solar tank. So density is equal to mass by volume. So if heating of water is nothing but it loses its mass, so increasing the volume, so converting from liquid to vapor state. Okay, so next cold water will be collected at the bottom of the solar tank. Then that cold water is coming from the first pipe. Okay, that cold water coming to the flat plate collector through the first pipe. Okay, then what happens? So it gains the heat. Okay, with the help of solar radiation, with the solar radiation is falls on the flat plate collector, so that will be falls to the absorber plate. So absorber plate is in copper, made up of copper and black in color, that absorb the solar radiation and transferring to the pipe. Okay, so pipe is water is flowing inside the pipe. Okay, it is in kept at an 30-degree angle, so it receive the solar radiation and convert. So while heating, so it absorbs the solar radiation and heat is transferring to the solar pipe. So water gets into heated. Then what happens? It loses its density, changes from liquid state to vapor state. While losing its density, due to density difference, water will be rising. Here it is coming with the remaining three, water will be rising. Okay, rising through the pipe. Because of that density difference, water will be rising from lower level to higher level, and again it will be collected at the top of the solar tank. So how it will be, water will be rising here. So initially water is coming through this pipe, so then it will be absorb the solar radiation through the with the help of absorber plate. It will absorb the solar radiation. Then that heat is transferring to the pipe. So pipe water gets into heated. The because of that it loses its density. The due to density difference, so water will be automatically raising from lower level to higher level. So initially, step by step, so initially lower level it is moving like this, and again it gets into heated. So again it is raising. So continuous process, that will be continuous process. Then water gets into heated and collected at the top of the tank. Why? Because it is having lower density, so that it will be collected at the top of the solar tank. Then this water is used for the application. At the same time, this process will be continuation. So in this way, this solar water heater will works. I hope all of you understood this concept. So very simple process. So initially the overhead tank, the cold water is stored in a overhead tank. That water will be flows to the solar tank with the help of valves. Then so cold water will be collected at a lower level of the solar tank. Then it will be flowing through this pipe. Then this is nothing but flat plate collectors. The flat plate collector is nothing but transparent glass. Then absorber plate, insulation is there. So absorber plate is in copper and made up of black color, so absorb the solar radiation, transfer to the pipe, so then water gets into heated. So because of that heating, the density is losses, because due to is water will be raising from lower level to higher level and collected at the top of the solar tank. So here the mixture, in between the mixture of cold water as well as hot water is present. So top level of water we are going to use. Okay, so this is for hot water for use. In this way it will work, solar water heater. I hope all of you understood the working principle of solar water heater. If you have any doubt, please approach me. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt, please approach me. Thank you, thank you, one and all.